Thanks for tuning into Mystery Curtain, where every gadget has a story waiting to be told. Join me as we explore the latest innovation, test its limits, and decide if it. When Xiaomi first introduced the Xiaomi 13, it marked a major turning point for the company. Known for aggressive pricing paired with powerful specifications, Xiaomi finally stepped up with a device that could compete head-to-head with other global flagships, not just by raw hardware but also by design refinement and Leica-powered cameras. Fast forward to 2025, the Xiaomi 13 is now a 3-year-old flagship, available mainly as pre-owned or refurbished units, with a resale price that generally hovers between $250 and $350 in the US market depending on condition. This begs the question: does this once compact powerhouse still hold its value? Or has time caught up with it? The first impression of the Xiaomi 13 has always been its design. With dimensions of 152.8 by 71.5 by 8.0 mm, a weight of 185 grams, and a 6.36-inch display, it was among the few premium devices in its era to offer a small yet sturdy form factor. The curved edges and glass finish provided comfort in hand, though fingerprints and smudges were inevitable. The aluminum frame added durability, but on second-hand units in 2025, wear and scratches around the frame and camera housing are common signs of age. The rear design stood out with its neatly arranged Leica-branded camera island, signaling Xiaomi's partnership with the legendary optics company. However, one design drawback remains: excessive regulatory text on the back panel of global versions, cluttering an otherwise clean aesthetic, something absent on domestic Chinese models. Display quality was, and still is, one of the Xiaomi 13's strongest features. Its 6.36-inch AMOLED panel with a resolution of 1080 by 2400 pixels and peak brightness of 1900 nits ensures vibrant, sharp visuals even under direct sunlight. The 120 Hz LTPO 2.0 refresh rate dynamically adjusts between 1 Hz and 120 Hz, balancing smoothness with power efficiency. In 2025, it may not be the absolute best compared to newer QHD or LTPO 3.0 panels on modern flagships, but for content consumption, browsing, and gaming, the Xiaomi 13's screen remains highly enjoyable. The Leica collaboration remains the highlight for photography enthusiasts. The triple camera system includes a 50 megapixels main shooter with OIS, a 10 megapixels telephoto with 3.2x optical zoom, and a 12 megapixels ultrawide, complemented by a 32 megapixels selfie camera. Even in 2025, this setup delivers images with Leica's signature authentic and vibrant color profiles. The authentic mode emphasizes contrast and realistic tones, perfect for street and landscape shots, while vibrant mode enhances saturation and brightness, ideal for social media. Portrait performance is strong, with natural background separation, and the option to adjust aperture post-shot. Night photography remains decent, with around 70 to 80% of shadow detail recoverable in dark scenes, though modern flagships now surpass it in low light performance. Video recording supports up to 8K at 24 fps and 4K HDR at 30 fps, backed by OIS stabilization, which still meets the needs of most users in 2025. Performance-wise, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 inside the Xiaomi 13 continues to age gracefully. Built on a 4nm process, it outpaces many mid-range chips. Even today, offering smooth multitasking, snappy app launches, and reliable gaming. Benchmark scores from launch: around 1.5 million on Antutu and over 6,900 on Geekbench. 6 multi-core are still impressive. In real-world tests, the Xiaomi 13 handles titles like Arena of Valor at a stable 60 FPS on max settings, and PUBG Mobile at around 55 to 60 FPS with high graphics enabled. However, Heat management is less efficient by today's standards, with the device warming quickly during extended gaming sessions. While not unusable, thermal throttling becomes noticeable in long playtimes. Software support is another area where the Xiaomi 13 maintains value, now running HyperOS 2.0 based on Android 15. The interface feels fresh, fluid, and well optimized, thanks in part to the 120Hz panel. Animations are smooth, multitasking is efficient, and customization remains a core Android strength. That said, Xiaomi's persistence in preloading bloatware apps continues to frustrate, requiring manual disabling to optimize battery life. On international units, Google Gemini integration is supported, though Xiaomi's proprietary Hyper AI features are reserved for newer models. Battery life is surprisingly adequate for a 3-year-old device. The 4500 mAh cell provides about 6 hours of screen-on time. With mixed usage, enough for a full workday with moderate gaming and media consumption. Charging remains one of its strongest suits, with 67W wired charging, filling the battery in under 50 minutes, plus 50W wireless charging support, features that even some 2025 mid-range phones still lack. So, is the Xiaomi 13 worth buying in 2025? For those seeking a compact flagship experience with premium build quality, a stunning display, Leica photography, and strong performance, at a much lower second-hand price than newer flagships, the answer is yes. However, buyers should consider potential drawbacks such as aging thermal design, average low-light camera results compared to modern devices, and the lack of brand-new units in the market. If you don't mind purchasing a well-maintained pre-owned device, and are attracted to Leica's photography style, the Xiaomi 13 is still a hidden gem in 2025, proving that a well-built flagship can stand the test of time even 3 years later.